Okay, we're going in for open debate on this one, which means I'll ask one question, then we'll open it up. We have 4 panelists in our studios in Delhi, and we have 8 of us in all, 5 in Delhi and 8 panelists. So we have going in for the straight open debate format. I'd like to very, very quickly rush to the introductions. On the bottom right, that's Nupur Sharma, member of the National Executive of the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha. That's Professor Anil Jha next to her on the screen there. He is a member of the Academic Council of Delhi University. He likes the 4-year system. Next to him on the screen there is Dr. Monica Mishra. She's also a member of the Academic Council. She does not like the 4-year system. And next there is Ritabrata Banerjee. He actually says today the BJP has done a damn good thing by fighting this. We are going to hear from him a little more tonight. On the top left of your screen, certainly not left-leaning, that's not the idea, Usha Albuquerque, founder career of Career Smart, a good television professional in her own right. Before that, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to see you. With me in the studio and to my right on the screen is Naveen Chopra. He's chairman of the Chopra's Global Education Company. He likes the American model and says Times Now is completely wrong in calling this an American model. Well, I think it's a completely American model, which we can do without. Mohandas Pai, well-known educationist. Thank you very much. And Angelica Aribam, National Secretary of the NSUI. And I think Angelica, if I'm not mistaken, there she is on the screen. Angelica likes the 4-year system. I'd like to begin with you, Angelica. You like the 4-year system, but many people think it's nothing but an encumbrance. You don't like it.
We don't like the 4-year system.
You don't like the 4-year system. So what basically...
Arnab, you're wrong. You're completely wrong about it.
Okay, so you don't like the 4-year system, Angelica. Can you tell me what basically your problem is with the way it's been introduced? Let's start the debate with you, Angelica.
Initially when this system was implemented, we as NSUI, we didn't take a stand on it. We were waiting for the implementation and how it goes about. So after 1 year, and we went to the colleges and took feedbacks from the students. The students, they have complained about the lack of faculty, the infrastructure, the irrelevant foundation courses. So after 1 year, we have taken a stand that NSUI is against the 4-year undergraduate program.
That's a bit of a, if I may say so, that's a bit, isn't it? It's a bit of an opportunistic position to take, Angelica, because the fact that there is no faculty was known in the past, wasn't it, Nupur? The fact that there was no infrastructure was known in the past. The fact that your irrelevant courses was known in the past, but you didn't say anything about it earlier.
Arnab, on paper, the VC always said that... Okay.
Is that the question to her, to me?
Yeah, you can both answer it. It's an open debate.
To you.
Yes.
So, Arnab, the point is... Okay, Arnab, see, the point is that it's not just about 2 political parties. A lot of players, including teachers from all walks of life, all spectrums, students, student bodies, all other players concerned, their voices were suppressed. Nobody was heard when this was brought about. And you clearly remember this was May 2013, and since then the protests haven't really died down. What has happened is a bulldozing of the course, and now thankfully there is a debate about it, because the existing students of the FYUP who are studying, who have completed the first year, are the ones who are actually complaining the most that we did not come to college to study middle school level English, Hindi and maths and whatever subjects, I don't know, God knows what they're trying to teach. So this is something that should have happened earlier, and I do not want to get into the opportunity or the not having another opportunity. The point here is that the existing students who are in the FYUP in the first year, we need to come out with a program which actually safeguards their interests and also the interests of the people who are taking admission into this academic year.
So this is a sellout for the American lobbies, isn't it? Anil Jha, isn't it a sellout? And by the way, to the rest of our panelists, feel free to come into the debate. Isn't it a clear and open sellout to the American lobbies? Apart from the Americans, I don't think who's going to be happy. Not a qualified lecturer who doesn't get a job in Delhi University. Not somebody who wants infrastructure, not the students who have to study courses like integrating mind, body and soul when they want to do a BSc honours in physics. I mean, this is taking it to the extreme. Why are you supporting it? And why was it put together in this ham-handed, opaque manner?
On the other hand, Arnav, let me clarify two things, and obviously I'll elaborate later on this. Number one, you said it was done in a ham-handed and opaque manner.
Yes,
it was never done in a ham-handed, opaque manner.
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was.
Let me explain. Course committees. Then ultimately it came to academic council. Then it went to executive council.
Come on, don't explain this through some vague technicality, please.
Till that time, there was no objection from.
Don't explain it in some vague technicality.
It's not vague. It is very simple. As anybody connect. Okay. So,
there would never be so many voices of dissent if it was actually properly debated.
Some of these voices don't understand that
the majority of the voices are against the program, sir.
Democratic functioning.
You have toyed with the lives of 55,000 students. Unfortunately, not my view, the majority view, sir. This is not my political view. It's the majority view.
If you look at certain plus points of this whole curriculum, you'll be amazed to know there are many first times in this curriculum. It's beautifully structured, and by the way, it was discussed at various levels. A lot of time was given to it, and ultimately the academic council and executive council passed it. Now these are two statutory bodies.
What kind of it? No, one second. I'm
nominated people are there.
Just a minute. 1 second. I put
people are there.
No, 1 minute, gentlemen.
80% of nominated people you have in this body.
There is no student representation. There is no. I know, please. Keep in mind, there is no student representation in the academic council.
The academic council has 80% of nominated people in it.
My summation is, Arnav, that how does academic council or executive council, if the two bodies have discussed in good sense over the curriculum over a lot of time,
in 2 weeks.
It went on from morning till night,
in
not
2
one day.
weeks?
No, 1 second.
Courses committee.
No, you know, Mr.
In
Jha.
2 weeks,
No,
one second. Let me just get in, please.
Yeah.
No, 1 second. Before you get in,
this is something you need to know. Most of the teachers are saying that they were given the courses 2 days before the meeting. So is 2 days enough to go through the entire course?
I really
Let me tell you.
John, 1 minute. Just a minute. No.
Academic council met.
Mr. Jha, I request you now, please listen to me, please, because there are 5 of you in the Delhi studios. If you don't allow me to intervene, I won't be able to take this debate forward. I want an open debate, but I want you to throw some light on what's going on. Please explain to me. Rita Brata, tell me, or I ask Angelica, I ask Naveen Chopra, I ask Mohandas Pai. Please explain to me why a student who wants to study history or literature or a foreign language, 1 minute, why that student has to spend one entire extra year and study a foundation course on mathematics or subjects irrelevant to him in later life. I mean, or a student who wants to study mathematics has to study environment and public health, or has to study communication and life skills. Mr. Chopra, you want to follow the American model to make whom happy? You want to make the American lobbies happy.
Not at all.
Why don't you?
Absolute rubbish.
Of course you want to.
You look at the global education system. It's 16 years
Which
of
global education system?
Every system. 16 years of education.
How many years does it take a degree in UK? University of Oxford,
years.
University of Cambridge, Imperial College.
16 years.
How many years?
13 years of A-level schooling plus 3 years. Canada 4 years. Australia, New Zealand 4 years. Ireland 4 years.
Yeah,
I mean the entire global system.
And I have just one question for you, Mr.
Yes.
Chopra. Tell me, in Ireland and
How many students are going to your Australia, Ireland and all?
No, you forget that.
No, 1 minute. That's a relevant question. Why is it not?
No, you forget that. The basic thing, all of you are getting lost in the trees for the forest, all right? Because the basic fact is that 90% of the students passing out of your system are unemployable. You give them a letter to write, they can't write a decent letter.
Really?
Yes,
what's it?
absolutely.
1 minute. What kind of an explanation is this?
How is the
This is no 1 second, Mr. Chopra. If I can come in, I think your statement stems a deep sense of underconfidence.
Absolutely
you forget today that Satya Nadella is a product of the Indian education system. All the Indians who are in top positions across the world are products of the Indian education system.
Unemployed who do not have the basic skill sets. The 4th year idea, as I understand it, was to create some basic skill sets.
And you are saying that introducing some semi-quasi American life skills, communication and citizenship program. Of course it's American.
Why are you dubbing it as American? I mean, what has American got to do with it? The Bologna conference.
Just a minute, please. I'm letting Rita Brata Banerjee in. Rita Brata. Rita Brata, one at a time. Rita Brata, please.
First of all, I want to congratulate. I am first of all, I want to congratulate all the people associated with this fight, this Save DU campaign, all people. And I also want to congratulate the UGC and the MHRD for taking this position.
They don't have the mandate.
Let him speak.
They don't have the mandate.
It has been precisely an American design. In 2007, when the UPA government went on with the Foreign Education Institution Bill, in Parliament, my colleague in Parliament had given a question. We got a list of 144 institutions. 44 out of them are illegal in their countries of origin. The question of structural adjustment in America, this American system, 10
Yes.
plus 2 plus 4. So an American university coming for a business, coming to open their teaching shops in
Yes,
India, then
that's
they
the
have to give a 3
What global system?
Because
Yes, you look at
throughout
Europe,
India, you have a 3
No,
degree
not
course.
at all.
Then problem occurs
One
in
minute.
America. Then problem occurs in America because the student will question why I will
Arnav.
study for 4 years in America. So
This
this is
course-
precisely the government, the earlier government, the UPA government had laid a red carpet for this American teaching shops and teaching
listen,
businessmen.
I'm not
So
a
precisely
votary of,
this authoritarian, this entire process has been a total
1 year,
authoritarianism.
1 year has already
Nominated
passed.
people,
And
elected
tell
people
me,
have
where
never
are the
been there,
teaching shops?
and it was a precise design to suit American
Well,
interests.
you know, I just want to say just one minute, gentlemen.
If you look at
1
the
minute.
course
I am all for Mohandas Pai and Usha Albukak. By the way, Usha Albukak and Mohandas Pai, don't be left out of the debate because it's an open debate. You know, we just want you to step into the debate whenever you want. But I just want to make one
Arnav, can I
observation.
speak?
Mohandas Pai, these people in India have to decide whether they are in
Yes.
Manipal or Minnesota, Delhi or Detroit, Chennai or Cincinnati. And if you want to be
Definitely
one
Delhi.
minute,
Definitely Delhi.
oh,
There's
well,
nothing to do with Cincinnati,
definitely
for God's
Delhi.
sake.
And you've been constantly saying the American model is good. Who says the American model is good?
Listen, there are
Who says the American
many
model is good?
models. You have to look at many models.
Is the
Look at-
American model good? Is the American
of it
model
is.
good?
Some of it is.
What is good?
What is good? The
Yeah.
practicality of the education.
Should I tell you what is good about it, which you are not implementing in Delhi? In America, 1 second, Mr. Chopra, answer this.
Yes.
In America, in the first 2 years, is it true that a student can decide what his or her major is and what is regarded
Yes.
in that period?
Largely
The student,
true. The first year,
the student is allowed to explore studies across disciplines
The first
before they
year-
decide a major.
First year, that is generally true. Yes.
No. So in this one, Usha Albukak, in Delhi University, they are making students compulsorily study 11 courses after they have declared their major at admission. How does this put you on par with global education standards?
Some of
It only proves you are neither in Delhi nor you are in Detroit.
Some of which
Usha
are
Albukak.
vocational. Some of which are vocational in
So
their
you are
training.
fooling the Indian
No,
students.
you're not fooling the Indian
You're
system.
fooling the
You're
Indian
preparing them for the workplace. That's
Which
what you're
workplace?
doing.
Which workplace?
That's what you need to do.
Not fooling the students.
Usha Albukak.
Say that.
Usha
They're
Albukak.
not fooling the students.
Usha Albukak.
Okay, what I would like to say, I don't believe it's an American system. But
Thank you.
I would like to say that the 4-year program may have been intended with the purpose of restructuring the Delhi University undergraduate program, but it has gone completely wrong
Yeah.
because the foundation course is totally irrelevant. A lot of students who come in who are in the first year tell us that many of the
agree, we
courses
agree,
that they're
we
doing,
completely agree.
they're just a rehash of what they already studied in class 10, and therefore it's totally irrelevant for what they want to do.
Very true.
There isn't enough academic depth in the courses that they're wanting to do,
Do you
and
want to say
therefore
that
it doesn't
to
serve the
learn about
purpose of
Gandhian
actually
philosophy in first
the kind
year
of
is
Let us
development
speak.
of education that they
irrelevant.
want
How
to,
many of the permanent teachers want to teach Gandhian
incorporate in their
philosophy? My dear Anil Jha,
Migrate
you don't
doesn't
even
matter.
know how many
The-
permanent teachers are
I-
teaching. They don't want to take.
would
That is
like to give
And
One
if they
second.
want to take, why
One
can't it be
minute.
taught in 3-year course? Why can't it be taught in 3 years course?
See,
No, one second. Anil Jha and Monica Mishra, first of all, just want to say here that you are two members of the Academic Council at Delhi University. You have two different points of view. Mr. Jha, first understand one thing. That there is scope for the other point of view. Just because people who have your point of view rammed their way through,
Absolutely.
pushed through a degree,
Absolutely.
does not mean that you show intolerance. I am asking you today, you claim today that switching to your 4-year program, Mohandas Pai, will put you at global standards. How does one Mohandas Pai go with the blanket assumption that by adding 1 year of 11 compulsory, some of them childish compulsory foundation courses, that you put the student at one level above, you make the student more employable? How does a student become more employable by studying science and life skills, citizenship, governance, public health? No, how does a student become more employable by doing these courses, Mr. Pai?
why not?
Mr. Pai,
Arnab, conceptually, a
No, 1 minute.
4-year program is the way to go.
Which way?
Arnab, conceptually a 4-year program is the way to go for the simple reason the world is more complicated. Students should know much more. Students who have a choice in the first year, they're very confused in the first year, then they must specialize. So 4 years should be the norm. 3 years is
But
not
you are not
adequate
allowing
right
them
now.
to experiment.
But the way the program is,
You are making them do compulsory courses. You are making them do class 6 and 7 and 8 level courses. How do you... you are dumbing down education.
But the way... Arnab, let me finish, please.
My question goes
Arnab,
out.
let me finish. But the way the course is... Arnab, let me finish, please. The way the course is constructed is something the academic council has to decide in his own wisdom because they are the appropriate body. UGC is not the appropriate body. MHR is not the appropriate body. Now, if they have not done it structurally well, they can refine it and do it better. But the 4-year course is the way to go. When we hire people, Arnab, I got 5 million applications.
But Mr. Pai, can I ask you something?
So pathetic in this country.
Mr. Pai, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Which education system are you a product of?
I am a product of the Indian education system.
Yeah, so then why today are you supporting going the American way in everything and making a basic and blanket assumption? You know, Mr. Pai, that answers the question.
That suits the American capital.
Arnab, let me answer the question.
No.
Arnab, let us not talk about the top 5%. We must talk about the 100%.
One at a time.
We belong to the top 5%, Arnab. We will do well in any country, in any education system, you'll do well. Arnab, you'll top your class anywhere in the world. You're a very bright person. But 100% of people won't. You must improve the quality for 100%, not for the top 5%. You are part of the top 5%. Let's not look at ourselves. Look at all the 100%.
No, I give you one example. No, 1 second. 1 minute. Are you telling me, Mr. Pai, I give an example. No, 1 second. Mr. Pai, I give an example today. Let's take another very good autonomous institution of the country. Right? Let's take the example, for example, of Cotton College, Guwahati. Okay, are you saying that a BSc Chemistry Honours at the end of a 3-year program at Cotton College, Guwahati, tops his scores, works very hard, say comes from a remote part of the Northeast, studies his way through, and after topping the course at Cotton College, Guwahati is not half as good as someone who does a 4-year course, 1 minute, at Delhi University 3 years from now, and has 1 minute, sir, and has done a course in life sciences?
I'm not saying that.
So that is the assumption these people are making, people like Mr. Chopra.
No, I'm not making that assumption. We are talking of 4 years. I'm not saying that the 4th year being taught is the right frame.
10%. I'm speaking about the 100%, Arnab. Let's not generalize about the top 5, 10%.
One at a time, gentlemen.
Do well anywhere.
The 4th year.
Please to very
Okay, Nupur, one at a time. Nupur Sharma first. Rita Brota after Nupur. Yes.
Doing research.
Yes.
4th year everybody is doing research.
Arnab, this is an answer to all those who are watching this television news channel right now. I think you went to Cambridge, right?
Well, I let me say this. I went to Delhi University and did a 3-year degree program.
You went to Hindu college, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
And then after that, no, but that did not make you any less than the others to get into a university abroad.
Absolutely not.
That's a joke, Arnab. You are a bright person. Everybody in this country is not like you.
One of the prominent.
Please understand, Arnab. You are brilliant.
Please, Dr. Pai, please allow me to.
Just short of being a genius,
I'm sorry, sir. I also went to LSE.
Let's not generalize. You know, we have this.
Please allow me to complete.
Speaking about generalizing everything. Let's not generalize,
Dr. Pai, allow me to complete.
Yes.
Please,
yes.
No, sir.
Please,
it's the product of the Delhi University, sir. It's the product of the Delhi University, which is highly competitive the world over. I'm sorry, maybe you don't know many. Most of the students who are graduating from Delhi University are highly competitive, and this is our strength, the brain power. Now coming back to the 4-year degree program.
Let her complete.
The proponents of the 4-year degree program, the proponents of the 4-year degree program say, oh, you know, one of the reasons is that you can transfer credit. I'm sorry, transfer credit to where? Because none of the other universities in India are actually following this 4-year degree program. And do you have an MOU with any of the American universities that you can transfer credits after first year or second year or God knows 5th semester and go into university in US? That's what you're doing.
No, I wanted, no, 1 second.
You spoke about employability. They have...
1 minute, Mr. Jha, 1 minute. Mr. Jha, just 1 minute. Mr. Jha, just 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Suppose I buy the... No, 1 second. 1 minute. Mr. 1 second, Mr. Jha. First of all, to Mohandas Pai, I studied at Delhi University.
Yes,
and don't say you are the smart one.
Yes.
I'd say most of the students at Delhi University are fairly, are fairly bright because the cutoffs are fairly good, and anybody knows that to get into a college like Hindu College or Hansraj College, you have to get a certain percentage. So you're already, you know, one minute, please, sir. You are in love with the American model.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm absolutely not in love with the
one second. I also want to say here that I had the pleasure of doing a 3-year degree
American model is a very wrong presumption.
You please understand one thing.
American model is a very wrong presumption.
I would like to point out one
Gentlemen,
important flaw.
We have
It's
other
about a
universities in
4-year
India
program.
which
One at a
have
time.
four-year systems when no one actually talks about them. Why?
Monica Mishra, please.
No booklet is available.
Okay, one second, gentlemen.
They don't have any understanding with any
Nupur Sharma, let's get Monica Mishra. Let's get two people from opposite views, Monica Mishra and Angelica Aribam, into the debate now. They have been away from the debate for some time. I'd like to get them into the debate. Make your opening comment. I have a counter question. Angelica first. After that, you, Miss Mishra. After Angelica. Yes, Angelica.
Yeah, I am completely against what you call Americanization, because there are universities in India which have the 4-year system, like Ambedkar University. Why didn't you create a hue and cry about it when they implemented the 4-year system?
Who implemented a 4-year system?
Allahabad University has.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why just Delhi University?
No, first of all, Angelica, you decide which side you're on. Which side are you on, Angelica? Just because...
National
I am against the FYUP now.
This is completely
I'm against the
wrong
FYUP now.
information.
One at a time, please. I request
the NSUI
Angelica.
is against the FYUP now because of the
You have to be
fallacy.
against FYUP. Everybody is.
This is about 4 years.
No, it's not because of that.
Let her speak.
Because of how irrelevant the foundation
would
courses
like-
have turned out to be, the lack of faculty and all the other issues. But it's not because of Americanization, so you call it.
Sir, you know...
The basic issue is basically structural adjustment. What I was telling you.
One more. Let him
This
go.
question of structural adjustment, because the Indian government, the UPA government
Actually,
was very
I
clear
think
to
the
look
Ministry
into
of
the
HRD
One sec. May I request...
should not be interfering in autonomous bodies.
This 4-year system, you structurally adjust your curriculum throughout the country. You have a 3-year curriculum. In Delhi University, all of a sudden, you go on for a 4-year curriculum. And this Academic Council and EC, I want to mention once again, these are nominal
1 minute,
bodies. Even when the UGC had sent a letter to the colleges, again, the Academic Council has been called, and the Academic Council has said, no, we are okay with the 4-year program. Actually, the point is only American interest has been the interest of the government, and I will be happy if the present government, I've already congratulated them, the new government doesn't go with that FEI thing. The problem lies with the FEI, Foreign Education Institution Bill, which the government was very eager to pass, but it was not passed in the parliament. It categorically had provisions for laying red carpets for these American universities, other universities. These teaching shops will be opened in India. There will be no rules for them, and precisely looking at their interest, the structural adjustment was made in the Delhi University.
One at a time, gentlemen. One at a time, gentlemen. 1 minute at a time, please. Allow me to come in. Otherwise, you will not all be heard. I allow Monica Mishra to come in, please. Monica Mishra. Yes, please.
Yeah, they keep on emphasizing about autonomy of Delhi University. Is it autonomy of Delhi University or is it autonomy of the VC? I would like to ask that first. Second, procedural lapses, serious procedural lapses are there. I demand, if the ordinance have been cleared by the visitor, where is the booklet which changes the ordinance attached to the calendar? It has still not been provided. Full 1 year has gone. We kept on demanding, where are the ordinances has it been cleared by the visitor? You are telling a lie. Full 1 year has gone. Full 1 year has gone. We still have not received the booklet. No, we have never agreed. We have shown the points. No, we gave the observations. Please take care of these points. We never agreed to it. Now listen, these are the very serious procedural lapses. Tomorrow, like Kappa Cola Society, our degrees will become illegal. What will happen then? What will happen then to all those students? Who will be answerable? They will go to court. All those degrees, when they will become illegal, who will answer? Who will answer at that time? Will Dinesh Singh come there and say these are legal degrees? UGC will not. Remember, Anil, it's a complete law. It's a complete lie. The ordinances have not been given to us in the form of booklet. it till now. Calendar states, ordinance and statutes. If there has been a change
I want to take a more...
Well, I challenge him. Has it been cleared by the visitor? I challenge, where is the visitor's approval? And we ask again and again, where is the visitor's approval? You can give that booklet to me.
I am asking a question tonight. Please answer my question. No, 1 second, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 second, please allow me to come in. I know you have very strong views on this. Let's first look at it from the point of view of the student. I will come to those issues on whether it has the president's approval. And I think that this is the time today. No, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. I think at one point of time we will have to ask a fundamental question. Show us the piece of paper where the President of India as the visitor has given an approval. Now you can't argue he didn't say no. The argument being put is he didn't say no, but show me a piece of paper where he said yes. No, 1 minute. And without that, you can't introduce a big change such as this.
Either you debate 3 years versus 4 years, or you debate legalities. If it is 3 years versus 4 years, the 4 years makes sense, provided that the 4th year adds value. If the 4th year, for example, has an internship.
1 second, please, in Delhi.
It's 1 year has passed.
1 minute. Now I am told. Now this. I just want to be sure what on earth is going on. Look at the kind of ridiculous argument being given. Usha Albuquerque, let's get her into the debate as well. The Delhi University academic dean comes out and says, when he's asked what is this happening, why is it this happening, he says, courses like mathematics foundation course will focus on real life skills like understanding your bank statement. Please explain, Usha Albuquerque. I mean, this is so depressing that students have to spend one entire extra year to pick up how to calculate percentages and understand their bank statements. This they can learn by going into a bank, and I think it is undermining the intelligence of Indian youth. Usha Albuquerque.
Delivery of the content of the 4th year.
The problem really is higher education definitely needs an overhaul. It needs to be more robust, it needs to be more contemporary, but certainly by introducing the foundation courses in the manner it has, and the application courses, where it's been too hastily done. There has been no thought given as to what courses they're going to be bringing in the manner in which it is being structured and implemented. That's not the way to overhaul the education system. Our education system does need, higher education is in a mess. All the students are complaining, not just in Delhi University, all over the country. There are massive problems, and we need to look at it as an exhaustive overall kind of a problem, looking at its equivalence with other Indian universities. How will the 4-year program gel with other 3-year programs?
And
what
how
happens
will our
to the
students
student?
benefit?
We have to
How
keep
will
the
our students
student in
benefit
mind.
from Delhi University
What
if
will
they
benefit a
if they
student
go to
both
any
in
other
India
university?
and if
They
they
are
have to
going
go
to do
abroad?
4 years.
So far the 3-year system has worked.
And throughout the country
We need to
has
work
years.
within
Our
that
students
3-year
are
system
wasting 1 year.
and enhance it so that we can make it more contemporary.
Why do you, 1 second, one second. Our argument being put here is, we need 4 years. So one argument being put tonight is, Mohandas Pai, you know what, 3 years is not good. We need 4 years. All we need to do is decide what the student will have to do in the 4th year. That is making a basic assumption, Mohandas Pai, that you need 4 years. I mean, what if... No, 1 second. The argument is that you will add more research, you will not have theory focus, you'll have a research focus. You can do that in 2 years, and you can have a thesis and dissertation feature to your program and have it within a 3-year course. Why have a 4-year course?
4 years or
unless you want to make the Americans happy. Mohandas Pai.
No, I don't believe it is a pure American system. I don't believe it is a model of the American system.
Yes, Mr. Pai.
Arnab, the quantum of knowledge and data a student should have today is extremely high. And the quantum of preparedness for life after getting a degree is extremely complex.
So you need to know how to do a bank account.
3 years of good study, 1 year of a project work, and half a year of internship for him to get a degree, which is equivalent to maybe a honors degree, so he's much better prepared. I mean, life is very complex, and whatever happens in this 4 years should last them for the next 35, 40 years. You get education once in your lifetime, Arnab, and that has to last for a very long time, because continuing education cannot happen very easily. So we have to prepare a proper curriculum, and that will take a minimum of 4 years.
No, but why? I have a simple question. One question. One question.
Yes.
Mr. Pai, I get your point. Let's open it back to the panelists in Delhi. My question is, and I do believe there is an American angle to this. So we can keep saying no, but I know it is a well-established fact.
I don't think it's an American angle.
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. No, I'm asking one question. Okay.
There is no American angle. I'll give you
government schools.
No. 1 second. Just a minute. I have one question. Just a minute.
Private floods.
No, 1 second. Just a minute, please. First of all, just ask one question. I have 3 questions. Do the Americans want to enter the Indian education scene? Yes. Have they been trying to make regulatory... No, 1 minute. No, 1 second. Would they like to set up campuses in India? Yes.
No.
Right. No, 1 second.
No.
And isn't it...
No, nothing is wrong.
Rita Brata.
144, Arnab.
Nobody wants to come to this, Arnab. I have met many youth.
One at a time, I let Rita Brata speak.
In the parliament, PK Biju, MP of the CPIM, just a minute. In the parliament, we have asked the government, the MHRD, that how many such institutions are there which want to come to India.
No, 1 minute, let him complete.
144 institutions, and amazingly, 44 institutions out of the 144 were illegal in their country of origin. So this they have the UPA government, UPA 1 and UPA 2 government have constantly worked on focusing on these American interests. And this is a precise...
By the time you guys are debating Americans coming here,
the future of 55,000...
No, 1 minute.
I don't agree with Americanization.
I agree completely. And look at...
Monica Mishra, 1 at a time.
FYUP was introduced. They did not even wait. They did not even wait for the merits and demerits of the semester to sink into the students and teachers. They introduced and thrusted FYUP.
No, simple question is, please...
We know that 44 universities that wanted to come to India were illegal in their country of origin.
So
that is the reality. It has been said in the parliament. That is the reality. Third grade, fourth grade universities you wanted to bring in. And such a hasty practice throughout the country, the national curriculum is 3 years. Delhi University, you want
No, there are other universities.
Who's interested?
There are other universities in the country.
At a time, please. Just 1 second. No, 1 minute. Just 1 minute, please. Listen to me, please. You speak up, but you speak one at a time. Angelica, just understand simple, basic question out here, right? This program is aimed at putting the course at Delhi University in par with other international universities, but not every student in Delhi University aims to go overseas for higher studies. What about students who put in an additional year into an undergraduate program and study something that is irrelevant to them? No, Angelica, please tell me one thing. Angelica, my question is to you. My question is to Angelica.
It's not about putting on par, it's about reforming the education system.
What reformation?
It was about reforming the education system, but since the education system, how they have implemented is very wrong. That's why we are against it today. It was supposed to be
Gentlemen, one at a time.
manner, but they have failed to do so. That's why we're against it.
No, if you were against it, no, 1 minute. Angelica, 1 minute, please. Just look at the facts out here, okay? Look at how students are being fooled. You have 4,000 vacant teaching positions at Delhi University. So you have decided by not filling them up, we will not give the students good teachers, right? We don't have adequate research happening, so we are not going to encourage further research. But whatever happens before, in a pre-election year, allow me to complete. In a pre-election year, we will suddenly rush in some 4-year system. Students be damned, course be damned, teachers be damned. Let there be any amount of differences. We'll push in the 4-year system before we are voted out of power.
That this was a political decision and not a decision by the academic council.
One minute.
The MHRD has no say in it, and it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that now the MHRD is influencing the UGC.
One at a time, please.
Everything is political. Nothing is apolitical. Nothing cannot.
No, last year we were.
One at a time, please.
Just waiting and watching.
One at a time, please. I'm requesting you, please. One at a time. Let Nupur go first, and then we'll take it on. Yes, Nupur.
The Academic Council has...
Yes, please. Arnab, see, I'll tell you what. I've been hearing Angelica, and if everybody would remember here, they're so confused. They don't know what side they're on. Sometimes
no, I am just saying that the UPA is no fault responsible for the Americanization. We are not into the Americanization.
We are forgetting
the UPA is not into Americanization.
Please allow me to complete.
We just wanted to reform the education system.
Angelica, please, I beg of you, allow me to complete.
Please go ahead.
The basic question is, the basic question is, we are not worried about the students. So we have a foundational year which is not good enough, because if I clearly remember, people like Dr. Pai raised apprehensions last year whether they would be employable at all. So while they don't like the foundational year course, they're in favor of the 4-year degree program. I fail to understand what are they arguing about. When the foundational year course is not worth its salt, why do we?
That's why now we are opposing it. That's why we are opposing it now.
Precious academic year of students.
No, so my basic question, Mr. Jha, my question is to you. Since you're a member of the Academic Council with strong views for the 4-year course, my only question to you, sir, only and only one simple question, and let him answer, please. Monica Mishra especially, let him answer. I know you're on other sides, but let him answer, please. Anyway, with all of you in Delhi, I'm trying my best to control the debate. My question is, sir, there aren't enough teachers. There is no infrastructure. The courses, as Usha Albuquerque has rightly said, are laughable. All of these things basically prove you are in no position to implement a 4-year course. You implement a 4-year course and now you say, no, we are not going to change it. So, one second. The point is, you are in no position to implement a 4-year course. It may take you 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years to get the infrastructure, the teachers, and your position in such a situation that you'll actually offer the students anything meaningful. No, 1 minute, please. Now, my question is, sir, what is the tearing hurry? Please tell me.
Status quo.
Why do you call it status quo?
Status quo.
No, what is?
Sit on the status quo.
Okay, so if you want to change the status quo, why don't you just say we'll have a 5-year course? Why a 4-year course?
No, you have to add value in the 4-year course.
Anil Jha,
you are going to add is the issue.
You asked me this question, let me answer this.
Anil Jha.
I'll answer this at 2 levels. At the level of the foundation, at the level of foundation courses. I do not know who has given you this information that foundation courses are rubbish. They are not.
The students have given us the feedback.
I'll tell you, no, which
so they're a joke.
Their boxes were taken away when they tried to give feedback. They are basically
One at a time, please.
A course like
it's a total mockery.
Rita Prata, let it 1 second. Let him complete, Rita Prata.
Let me elaborate this. A course like integrated mind body heart, for example. This course has lot of yogic exercises.
Yogic exercises?
You are
telling me, sir, you are 1 minute, Mr. Jha, 1 second, 1 minute, are you telling me, 1 minute please, are you telling me today, this is the funniest thing, that today say physics honors student from a top school gets 97-98% and enters one of these top colleges in Delhi University, and the first year he goes to a yoga class? I mean, this is ridiculous. What are you trying? Would even the Americans do? No, this is shameful. This is exactly what's wrong.
Tell me,
One at a time.
Gandhi emphasized that a student must build his moral character, also his physical
That can happen in 3 years.
This is what they are introduced to.
No, they are justifying.
One at a time, please. One at a time again. One at a time in Delhi. Don't speak over each other.
Why can't you teach yoga?
Students need to be aware of all this. This is what is our culture. This is
what are you saying?
Course curriculum wants
That
them
can
to
be a hobby
sensitize
club.
to.
Why couldn't it be a hobby for 3 years? Why
That
couldn't
can be
it
a
be
hobby club. Doesn't make money.
So our basic argument being put here is that we offer the students so much in their 3 years that in order to teach them yoga and how to handle a bank account, we need to introduce 1 more year. I mean, this is the most confused, specious, fallacious, warped argument that I have ever heard on the news. Usha Albuquerque wants to come in. Usha Albuquerque, please. Usha wants to come in, please. I'm letting Usha Albuquerque. Usha Albuquerque, please.
That's what it is.
Usha Albuquerque, please. Usha Albuquerque.
Yes. I think what we're trying to do is to mix up too many different educational objectives into one new program, which has been restructured in the manner in which it has. If we do want a 4-year program, we need to restructure it completely different, and we need at least 2 years to sit and sort out all the problems and see how will the students actually benefit and get value from a 4-year or a 3-year program. Whatever it is, it shouldn't be hastily brought in the way it has, and try and mix up employability skills, which they could very easily do at a vocational institute or a technical institute. You don't come to university to learn vocational skills. So, you know, you need to see what are our objectives and what are higher education objectives before we restructure a program as serious as an undergraduate program, and particularly at a top university like Delhi University.
Yeah, so put it on hold.
We're tinkering around with it, and therefore I think better we go back to our 3-year till we decide and know what are we doing to bring value into a new program.
Yeah, put it on hold.
What are your higher education objectives? What are your higher education objectives? Please, come on. I mean, what is the outcome you want out of an education at a college? What is the outcome? Can we have this debate back on the 3 year versus 4 years?
1 second. Monica Mishra, this debate at this stage between Monica Mishra and Naveen Chopra, please on the screen. Yes, Monica Mishra and Naveen Chopra, he wants to discuss 3 years versus 4 years.
What is the outcome that you want out of your degree? Why is it that 90% of your students are unemployable? Why? If the 4th year, you should focus on the content of the 4th year. In the 4th year, you should add some vocation.
Let me answer. The BCom degree of 3 years.
Sorry?
The BCom degree of the 3 years used to get maximum employability, and what is it going to achieve after 4 years?
Have you tried to interview people coming out of your college system?
Really? And you think adding 1 more year is going to make a big difference?
If that year has got add value, if that has got a value add element, and that value add, you should focus on whether the...
So you don't need, no, one second. So Naveen Chopra says you don't need...
Just hold on.
You have to add value in the 4th year. I mean, I'm not debating that what they're teaching is the right thing.
I find this such a strange argument.
Why?
One second. No, Naveen.
18-year-olds are graduating out, 17.5-year-olds are coming out of school. 4 years means by the time they come out into the workforce, they are at least 22.
No, 1 second, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. May I just counter Naveen Chopra's views? Mr. Chopra, a simple rebut. I have a simple question.
Add some internships.
1 minute. Internships. So you want to add 1 more year for internships. That's you ask any students, they're going to laugh at
6 months or 2 months of soft skills. So you have to add value. So by the time
so basically you want to create a system where you tell the students, we added 1 year, we don't know what to do with you. Go do some internship and come back.
Absolutely not. Anyway, it is value add. 90% of your people are not employable. That's a fact.
Yeah, if it's not employable, I don't know how a 4-year course is going to change things. The fact is what you're saying, Mr. Chopra, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do more of it.
No, that's not what I'm
exactly
saying.
What
I'm saying that the 4th year has to be a value add. You have to add value in the 4th year.
Why can't you add value in the 3 years?
Because the 3 years are so much of a mugging by rote.
But why do you need to do mugging by rote in the 3 years? You change the system for the 3 years.
The system. We are talking status quo.
So why do you want to change it for 4 years?
Indians want to be status quo.
No, there's nothing status quoist about it. What do you mean Indians? I mean, you want to say the Australian education system, which is better than
nothing. I mean, I have no truck with the.
Are you telling me tomorrow that the University of Auckland does better than the University of somewhere in...
Are you saying that if they were doing something better, that you would say that...
No, what I'm saying is that what you're saying is that we do 3 years of mugging and we add 1 year just so that we are more favorable to the American system.
That 4th year, forget Americans for God's sake, the world system is running.
You don't like the American question because that's a moot question.
Europe is on 4 years.
Is there money in the education business or not?
4 years.
Is there money in the education business? You answer my question, Mr. Chopra. Is there money in the education business or not? Is there money to be made or not? Are the Americans going to be happy with this or not? Are we preparing all of India to go to America or America to come to India?
I would like Indian institutions to come up to a standard where the white Gora American comes here.
Well, then you can do that in 3 years. Indians are smart enough to do it in 3 years. We don't need 4 years to do it.
It's your school system that is producing the smart Indian.
Well, so you won't change the school system, but you'll produce 4 more years university. That's the most, I don't find it. What is your end objective? You somehow want to make it 4 years?
To reduce the 90% unemployable to 70% or 60%.
Your end objective is to create an imbalance in the education structure.
No, the end objective is to make people employable. When they walk out, they should be able to walk into companies and add value to the companies.
Mohandas Pai, you tell me, is it impossible to teach people in 3 years? If you change the curriculum, if you make it more suited to the work culture, if you make it more if you give it more direction, is it impossible to do it in 3 years?
Oh, nothing is impossible. I mean, you add some hours, you add some value, but where is the value of what we are doing?
1 second. Yes, please.
Anna, we need a more rigorous higher education system which will take 4 years because more content is required, More analytics is required.
Thank
more
you.
problem-solving skills have to be put into people.
So tomorrow you'll say make it 5 years. Why not? Why not 5 years, sir? In 5 years we'll learn even more.
No, please, Anna. Billion people like you and
Why
me can
4
finish
years?
in 2 years. Billion people like you and me can prepare in 2 years.
No, I'm not brilliant. Most of the students are brilliant.
Average student required 4 years.
Who says that, sir?
There are 3 crore people.
Sir,
in
I know
colleges,
today,
Anna,
sir,
3
you,
crores.
I can
It's a
assure
very
you,
large number,
Mr.
Anna.
Pai,
The school
Mr.
system
Pai,
is
I
very
want to
different.
ask you
Please,
one
Anna.
simple question. You you work in
Yes.
Infosys.
Yes.
I want to ask you today, which
Yes.
other country is there in the
Yes.
entire world today, right? Where a 14 and
Yes.
15-year-old
Anna.
student, 1 second, sir, preparing for the IIT exam, solves problems from books like Resnick and Halliday. It's only Indians. You are undermining the intelligence of Indians when you say they need 1 more year to do it.
Nobody is.
You're actually doing it. Go back to the panel in Delhi,
Can I answer
please.
the question?
No,
Can I answer the
you're
question?
undermining the intelligence of Indians,
14
Mr.
lakh-
Pai.
Anna, please, I am not. Anna, 14 lakh young people sit for the IIT exam. Only about 1,50,000 and all go to the JIT. That means only 1,50,000 are good enough. But every year, Anna, 85 lakh people go to college.
Sir,
Let's understand the gravity of the
sir, we say,
situation.
and
Only
let me
a
add
few
one thing
small
to that,
percentage go to the
sir. We
IIT
say
to do
today
what you say.
that the best.
And so you
No,
was
one
there
second.
for 4 years.
One counter. One counter to that. One counter to that. One counter to that. Mr. Pai. Mr. Pai, I want one counter to that. I want to be allowed one counter to Mr.
Yes,
Pai.
sir.
Mr. Pai, you checked
Yes, sir.
today that the best students in America,
Yes.
right, on Skype and
Yes.
elsewhere, who are the best tutors. The best tutors for American students in American colleges and teachers there are Indians who have studied under the Indian system. They can't be so bad, sir, that
How
you
many
now
of them-
suddenly need to
Anna,
change your structure
how
to
many
become
of
more
them-
American. Rita Brata wants to counter you.
Yes,
Rita
Anna,
Brata.
Anna.
Rita Brata.
Anna,
I
let me
just
answer
want
that,
to
please.
give one
Let me answer
example
that, please.
regarding
Anna,
this 4-year course.
Anna,
The
let me
country, this
answer,
American
please.
design, what has been tried to be implemented here.
Anna, let
Israel
me
is a
answer that.
country that has been a closet to America. Every American decision, Israel has
Anna.
obeyed that. But the only decision, 4-year course was implemented. Israel publicly said that has completely destructed our education system. So the model that the government
Anna.
has tried to implement, because Obama came here,
Anna.
tapped the Prime Minister and asked him, why are the universities are not being able to come in here? Why are this structural adjustment is the main
Anna.
thing. The government wanted tooth and nail. It could not do
Okay,
it
gentlemen, I'm out of time.
Opposition. It
I'm out of
wanted
time.
tooth and nail to
Anna.
One thing I
have a
understand.
structural adjustment.
No, one thing-
that suits the American interest.
One thing I understand today, I'm short of time. One thing I understand today is very clear. You will have to put a hold on this 4 years. You'll have to give it some thought. Don't look so shocked, Mr. Chopra. You'll have to look at what is good for India, Indians. And I'm only saying, Mr. Pai, have an open mind. If you can do things well in 3 years, don't add 1 more year. For most Indians, going through college itself is an
Have a
expensive
honors course
process.
With a 4-year exit and a 3-year exit.
Do it in 3 years,
Have
sir.
a honors course, a 4-year exit, 3-year exit.
Sir,
Give the student the
prepare the-
choice.
Sir,
to
not
solve
for
the
an
problem.
honors course.
Prepare
Not for an honors course. Not for an honors course,
There we
sir.
are. So honors is
Anna,
4 years.
3 years you get
Okay,
a
we are
degree,
going to
4 years
debate
you get
this
a honors
again.
degree. Give the students a choice.
I say we open this up for debate again. We get more students into the mix. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight.